Hello and welcome to another quick look. This time I'm taking a look at the 1849 by SomaSim. And it's a kind of lightweight western style city builder. And let's take a look at the game. So you have a story mode in the game where you have this map where you can do different missions on different locations, and then you have a sandbox mode which allows you to pick a location and where you can do a bit of free play as you want. There's two different story mode campaigns. There's a California and the Nevada Silver DLC for the game as well, which you can play. But let's jump into the story mode. There's a pretty nice music on the game, but due to the recording going to YouTube, I cannot play the music at the moment. So anyways, so I did a couple of tutorial missions, and now the next one is Placerville. You can actually go back here as well and complete some of these missions. But let's go to the Placerville. We need to dig in and get rich in this one. And there we go. So there is gold in the hills, and we need to mine some gold. So each mission gives you 3 goals to do. You need to sell 100 golds to the Sacramento. You need to sell 100 more and have 100 pickaxes at hand. After doing that, help out and production of pickaxes by selling iron ore to the woodland. And when you start a mission, you get 3 options. You can get cash into hand, you can have some steak and whiskey, so you'll get meat and whiskey each month and some money. And you can buy a claim. You start out with a gold mine and 20 pickaxes. I'm gonna go with the meat and whiskey on this one because it's actually quite nice to get those for free every month, and it's, well, the least money, but we'll have to live on that. Anyways, let's get this going. So it's also depending on the map which you get. So here's my free whiskey and my free meat, and this is our depot storage. You can click on it here to see what it is, or you can click here to see the storage as well. So we have some meat, some whiskey, some lumber, and some pickaxes. And we need to really quickly get some money making going, especially because I took the least money possible. So I'm gonna build a road through there. There's also gold panning up here on the river, so I'm gonna go pan some gold, and I'll make a road in here as well. So there are some roads for me for now, and you need a housing, of course. Oops, that's not a housing, that's a road. Let's blow up the road there. So you need a housing, of course, to have a population and workers, and you actually need to feed them, and their houses. I keep failing this. So there we go. And materials to upgrade the housing. Higher level housing gives you more tax money. You can see the financial in here, so rent collected and wages paid. So you basically need to balance those, and also you can do trading, as the game told me to do trading with the gold. But anyways, here's my initial stuff. Normally you would have to get a food production going, but since we are getting the free food at the moment, the meat every month, every week, I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna immediately open a route to sell the gold in there, and we're gonna buy brandy, but I'm not gonna buy brandy yet. So I'm gonna get a panning station immediately going to get some money, and there we go. So let's start rolling time and get some population going. So there are some new people moving into the cities, and they soon, once they get some food into the houses, they make some shacks for themselves. There they go. And now they are giving me some 20 money per week income, and that should immediately, well, it's not yet gonna pop my rent up, but it's gonna do it in a moment. So I'm just gonna quickly paste this up a bit to get these going, and then we need to get some proper mining happening as well. So that's actually quite a lot of population. So a gold mine is 1,000 gold. It's quite expensive. Let's go back to the trading here. So you can buy gold, sell gold here. So I'm gonna sell my 4 like nothing, and you can buy brandy. And as you can look at the buildings here, this currently stores food and lumber. So they need a certain amount of food and lumber to grow the house into the next level log cabin, and the next one needs booze, and you also need to upkeep these constantly. So if you don't have the booze and the lumber and the food, the buildings will slowly degrade as well, down to the back to the level where they were. But higher level housing does give you more money, so that's actually pretty good. So let's get the gold mine going now, so we get the insane amount of money from the trading. I'm also gonna get the panning station in there, because that's the thing we really needed with this. Get the gold flowing to get some money. And there's my whiskey and my meat. So they keep feeding Fisky and meat for these guys, and they need a nearby saloon to grow next level. And a saloon and fire brigade and sheriff would be actually a really good idea. So once we have a bit more money, you don't want to bankrupt yourself too quickly. I'm just gonna wait for a moment. So there's the range for the saloon. I'm gonna put some housing on this side of the road as well, I think. Actually, I'm gonna put it on this side of the road. So let's put the saloon in there. So now that that's giving these a bonus. So they are getting the saloon bonus in a moment once this actually starts working properly. And I'm gonna get the sheriff next because, well, gold surprisingly attracts quite a lot of criminals. So there's a sheriff now as well. Let's make a road in here. I like to use 2-tile wide roads because you can usually fit like these bigger buildings in the middle there. Let's make a road in there as well. This space is kind of wasted. I might wanna either chop it down into chunks like this. Well, actually, that looks actually pretty good. Let's put it there. So now we're gonna utilize the whole area properly. And let's go sell some gold. We should have a ample supply now. Yeah, there we go. Gold sold. And what was the other goals on the mission? So we need to produce iron ore and iron pickaxes, so it might be actually a good idea. You actually need those pickaxes in here. So let's get the iron mine going immediately as well. It's 1,000 there. We go. So that's now producing iron for me in the stockpiles. And we should probably get with that. Can we actually do? No, we can only sell the stuff. Okay, so that's fine. I'm gonna also do the fire brigade so that our housing doesn't burn down. This one should cover that pretty nicely. So there's a nice town center here. Some housing. Lumber is actually quite low. We actually probably need to buy lumber. We cannot actually buy lumber, interestingly. Do we have any other means to make lumber? Ah, meat and hides. That's not... Logging camp. Produce lumber for all kinds of uses. Yes, let's do lumber. Lumber mill. Sorry, logging camp. Once we actually have the money for it. There's some robbery going on in there, so it's gonna reduce my iron production a bit. This building is got robbed, so it's not actually that good. And I need to sell this in there, so I'm gonna buy that open as well, which allows me to buy pickaxes actually. And let's sell the 100, so we get the progress going on the mission there. We can also sell the iron ore. It will keep count on the mission tracker here. So this one told me to sell 100, and it actually is keeping the 100 count there. So 10 is already sold. So getting this going early is a good idea as well. And let's see. So the hunting cabin, not the hunting cabin, the logging in there. Let's get this one. We actually have a couple of logging cabins here. Let's put it there. So this is starting to produce lumber for me. As you can see, these are actually going down because we don't have lumber at the moment. So we could actually use another lumber mill immediately as well to keep this going. And then some booze production. Well, we need to actually buy the booze. We are getting some each month, but would be better if you had a good stockpile of alcohol for the people to be happy. And we are actually losing residents quite badly at the moment. And there you can see the housing is degrading because of no lumber. So we definitely need another logging camp to keep them going. And this corner of the map is kind of wasted here, so I'm just gonna put down the road there to complete that side of the road, that side of the town as well. So the game is basically a city management like this. You have these production things going on, and you upgrade this housing to be higher level, so you earn more in rent. So we are actually earning quite a lot more rent than we are paying wages, so that's actually pretty good. And we have some trade income. That's the stuff we sold, and the other costs are actually what I'm constructing completely. So you kind of can ignore the trading and the other costs. As long as you have the rent higher than what you are using in there, it's going good. But anyways, let's see. So now we should have the lumber again, so these houses should grow up again. Food is starting to become an issue, so we may have to get some food going, which could be actually hunting cabins. They are fairly cheap, and I've actually almost ran out of money, and that is extremely bad. Let's sell those, and I'm gonna drop down another hunting cabin millet as well. Yeah, there's definitely a food issue going on, so my monthly food production definitely was not enough. And this will also cause a small population drop until these actually start producing enough meat and hides. And there's my meat delivery. Oh, there we go. So every now and then on missions you get these telegraphs, which are like additional goals for the mission. You don't need to do this, but they usually help the current mission a lot. It's also a fun challenge to try to complete this. So I need 50 canned food and 100 incidentals. So money on hand. So I need to get canned food, which pretty much means I need to buy the canned food for him and also have the cash in hand. So 50 is actually not too much, it's like 100, and then we need another 1,000 money at hand. So I'm just gonna sell these, and I'm gonna try to complete the mission, so it helps the progress for us quite a lot. I'm gonna speed it up a bit, and we are actually losing the money at the moment because we are paying the wages, but this should keep higher than what we are using. And sell those, and we sold enough gold now. So the next goal is to sell even more gold and have 100 pickaxes. So I need to probably buy some pickaxes soon. We have some residence issues again. There's need for board. It's fine. So that's a higher level lumber product, which we cannot do yet, but it's fine. These guys should get some food finally, and we should be doing pretty well with that. Let's sell the stuff again, and now we should definitely have. We need to buy the canned food. Let's buy like 200. Yeah, there we go. And now we can actually complete this. Just finished that, and we got 50 ounces of more gold. And I'm running out of money. Let's not do that. Let's actually sell the extra 50 they gave me, and you also will get some extra more again. So commission is done, and we are doing pretty well actually now. So I could actually do the boards. So let's get another lumber logging camp there. So we are a camp captain now, and a sawmill when we actually have the money for it. So we start to produce these higher grade level materials that are needed for better housing. Although I could just keep selling my gold and actually complete the mission that way. Oops, I actually skipped a part there. So we actually completed the iron beforehand. Mayor. So commission, Sacramento has flooded again. The city commission asks for lumber and boards from Sacramento, and they will return the gesture. So we need lumber and we need boards. Well, I guess we get to work then. Start making boards. Although I could actually complete the mission before I do that. But we might also get higher level housing. There we go. Now that's a small house, and I need actually another lumber mill very likely to keep up the production need. So let's get those, because those houses will be using the boards as well constantly. That should actually increase my rent collected quite a lot. And we could probably soon actually have more housing as well. That is a medium house. Oh no! It's an earthquake! And it collapsed my mine shaft there. That sucks. Clearing will consume 150 lumber. Oh well. And now there is my gold mine again. That sucked quite a lot. And I need pickaxes now actually. So we had that 150 pickaxes goal. I guess just buying 100, 200 pickaxes. And there we go. So that's one of the missions done. You get the score at the end, how you did. And then you can move on to the next town. So that's pretty much the game. You just play these small tutorial, no, not tutorial campaigns, but these are the tutorial missions, the couple first ones. And you do missions on the map, and you keep going around doing different things in these different regions. And this is just the California campaign. There's a DLC campaign available for the game as well. And also, like I said in the beginning, there is also the sandbox mode you can play. And it's like a The game is kind of lightweight city management builder, kind of unknown style where you have to get all those materials to get bigger housing and all of that. And it actually gets fairly complex towards the end of the game. But of course, these first missions are just basically showing you how the different features work, and then you start to get all these different tools together, and then you have to have a lot of things going on the bigger and bigger maps. Also, some maps limit you what you can do. For example, you might not be able to produce lumber at all, but you need those for a lot of buildings, and then you need to actually just import the lumber and maybe even export furniture or whatever you made out of lumber. So it's actually quite complex. It does look like a Facebook game at first glance, but I was very surprised when I actually tried the game myself, and it actually does have quite nice mechanics. So I pretty much recommend trying it out. It's probably not for everyone. If you're looking for a hardcore management simulation game, you might wanna try something like Anno instead. But if you just wanna relax a bit, build some towns, get some things going, this is definitely a nice game to try out. But anyways, that was a quick look of this game, and thank you for watching again. I'll see you guys on some other videos, and check out the YouTube content as well. There's let's plays, all these recommendation videos, and some other tutorials and stuff in there as well. Also, I highly recommend checking out my Twitter, where you can follow my curation posts when the new recommendation comes out. All my YouTube content gets posted in there as well. You can also follow my Twitch.tv channel, where I play games like this, other building games, other management games, other strategy games every day live on the stream. And that's it. So thank you for watching again. I'll see you guys next time.